Hi foodies, let's make a delicious plate here with ribs, with rice and pigeon peas using that green pigeon peas. Perfect dish here for the holiday to entice your friends. So here I have a piece of pork ribs I got. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to cut them to nice like 2 inches size pieces will be just great to put into that rice. So give that a good wash and cut and slice and dice, and you know all the works. So let's take a look. I'm going to leave some of the fat on this because by cooking the meat in its own fat just releases a lot of flavor into the meat. So let's wash this now. So all the holiday kitchen police, let's take a look how we clean this meat. Give it a rinse. Now we're going to throw our water off. We're going to squeeze some lime in there and let that sit there for 5 good minutes. There you go. So after 5 minutes, you see how it looks? A lot of whiteness in there. So let's pull all the extra fat out of it and save some. Now we're going to give it another rinse. Let that water keep running on the sink. Rinse it up really nicely. Another rinse again. No, we're not washing the flavor out of the meat. We're just getting it really clean and nice. So this looks good now. Let it drain off really nicely. I want to chop some onions, really rough chop in here the way Granny just do it. So just put that in there. I'm using half of the white onions. Nice little flavors for seasoning and marinating, as you would say. Fresh cracked black pepper, some chili powder, and some ginger. In goes some of these season. Any seasoning you have in a bottle, just add some lemon pepper and tomato, spice pepper, whatever have you. Now, this is that green seasoning or green herbs from the island of Trinidad and Tobago. Ginger, garlic, hot peppers, all different kind of bandanya, podina, parsley, you name it. I got it in there. Give that a good mix with your hand, and now I'm putting some annatto or ruku powder. This is going to give it a lovely color and some flavors. So in my grandmother-in-law pot, Abuela's pot, after 2 hours, I marinated that meat. I'm going to drop it in there, the ribs, and some fresh chopped onions. I'm going to be using olives with seed. This is a lovely, it's my husband's Puerto Rican, so there's a little Spanish influence here. It's a Spanish dish I'm making. So here I have some roasted red bell peppers. If you have fresh ones, you could roast it and use it. I ran out, so I always have a bottle or a jar in my pantry. So just cut it in some strips and put it on the side. My sazon there. Now after 7 minutes, I'll be cooking this beef. This looks good now. It's all sticking to the pot and all the fresh water and stuff just burned off nicely. So add a little bit of pot salt and add some water now. I want to cook this meat like 75%. So give that a good mix. And the taste, the flavors, everything is like just enough. Add some of the olives in there. It will let some of the salt, water, and brine into it. Now I'm going to add that ruku or sazon. It has flavors in there. And my 2 bay leaves and let this continue cooking until it's tender. Now let's take a look at it. Total, it took 25 minutes. 2 lovely big blades of bandanya, ricao. Some people call it culantro. Drop it in there and let that cook there for another 5 minutes on very, very low heat. This meat is ready. Add that green pigeon peas or gandule, my washed basmati rice. Add in some of the sofrito or green seasoning in there. And in goes our roasted bell peppers and give that a good mix. There you go. I'm going to add in now my coconut milk. And if you, some meat seasoning, and if you need a little more water, it all depends what type of rice you're going to be using. You could add a little bit at this point. Now, I forgot to show to you that I put a piece of foil paper at the top of it, and then I cover the pot. In goes some cilantro. So there you go. So this is going to help it cook even faster and retain the heat inside. You're not boiling the rice. We're steaming this rice. And guess what? This is all done. The kitchen smells divine. I got a little bit of bun in there. My husband would love that. So let's do a lovely plating. In goes the rice in that plate with all those lovely pieces of meat. You have bone and meat, boneless meat in there with your green pigeon peas and your olives. I have black olives and green olives. What a dish. This looks absolutely divine. Lovely dish here for the holidays. I know Santa will be very happy. He's going to gain like 5 pounds. Simple and easy to do it. Jenny's Walk, always bringing great flavors to the table. Give this dish a try for your holiday season and leave me a comment and let me know how you enjoy it. That coconut milk, enjoy from my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking.